I know. I should have taped them back when you were 7.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. Jorge Vega? Michael Fetchick?
Well, I can't do this. You're just going to have to get yourself another henny penny.
Rose, honey, there's no reason to be upset about Henny Penny. Fairy tale.
Would have turned around and smiled.
Listen, Blanche, ruining a man's career for a one-night stand is hardly something to make light of.
Oh, now, wait a minute. You girls don't believe this. Well, I mean, I'm not denying that's me in the photograph, but I am denying that anything happened. I just dropped off his folder.
Then
He's too good to give up over something like this, and she'd marry him, and you'll say he's been nothing but trouble from the start, and you wouldn't marry him.
I'd marry him.
well, I wouldn't.
What?
Well, no, I don't want to be a mother again either.
Oh, I'd love to be a mother again.
What, scrubbing socks, picking up toys?
Tucking in beds, packing healthy. This has to be some kind of mistake.
Don't panic. There's just a possibility. This is a precaution.
What do I do?
We just call up the hospital and make an appointment. Everything will be fine.
You think so?
Why, I'm sure of it. Now, let's plan Dorothy's fundraiser. Hey, I know what would be fun.
Blanche, we're going to try to raise all the money. Here you go, Ma. Guess it's going to take you a little while to get adjusted to being home from the convent, hmm?
Well, to tell you the truth, Dorothy, it isn't that much different.
I think that is a lovely idea, Mrs. Petrillo.
Don't worry, Dorothy. I'll be on my best behavior. I won't say or do anything to embarrass you. Oh, wait. Goofy pictures of Dorothy when she was a kid. Might as well have a couple of laughs over lunch. Seeing if I can get more than halfway across the street before the don't walk sign comes on. Trying to stay awake on the John. Hoping it is the John. Competition is the thing that keeps me going. But if you want me...
Red peppers, oregano, garlic, chicken fat, and lard. Sophia swears it works every time. Now eat up.
Oh, this is disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Your cure for the flu.
That one, no doubt about it. That gentleman just peed in the ocean.
How many is that today? 3, 4?
I'm not sure. I lost track.
Whatever. My point is, there's...
Leave her alone. I'm sure she feels bad enough.
Thank you, Rose. Oh, honey, do we have any orange juice?
Sure. Would you like me to pour you a glass? Or have Sophia come in and bring you the refrigerator?
Enough.
Pussycat, I moved that safe to the attic like you asked me to.
That's L.A. law.
I wondered why Susan Day didn't have a French accent.
Girls, what am I gonna do? I got a call from a soldier who just returned from the Persian Gulf.
Don't fall for it, Blanche. Sal didn't come home from World War II till 19...
Oh, girls, don't look.
Michael Zbornak, you get out of that bed right now.
Believe me, Mom, I'd like to. But in light of the fact that my clothes are hanging on the doorknob, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Oh, my God, they're naked.
So, what are you doing here? You've seen everybody, nobody found anything wrong with you. And between their workups and mine, there are no more tests to run.
Yeah, but I know
Look,
how
Mrs. Zbornak, your main complaint is you're tired. I get tired, too. It's called getting old.
Dr. Budd, that's not what this is.
Dorothy, Rose, talk to me. You girls have got to believe me.
We believed you once, Blanche. We're not falling for it again.
If Falling for what? I told you the truth.
Oh, Blanche, come off it. You really expect us to believe that Gil was...
Be lying next to them. Oh, it didn't really feel like Charlie, but sometimes it helped me fall asleep.
I'll have to try that.
But that can't be 2:00.
It is. Oh, I better let you get some sleep. Good night, Rose.
Good night. Oh, Jean, listen with it. Sophia, maybe you should sit down.
I am sitting.
You know what? I'm going to make you a nice pot of coffee.
Don't panic, I'm fine. I haven't had that much. Besides, you think I'd ruin Roberta's milestone birthday?
Milestone, she's 88.
Right. After 80, every year with...
Go to a hypnotist. Change your hair color. My wife became a blonde. She's a new woman.
Yes, room service? Hello, this is Rose Nyland, and I'm staying here in your lovely hotel. Well, I think I...
At it every day. You don't know how important it is to know that you've got somebody back home, especially when you're thousands of miles away in the middle of a war. You promised me when I came back, I would be your one and only guy.
Spaniel.
A spaniel's not a large dog.
To a 3-year-old it is.
We got a guard dog in the kitchen. Great, the food is safe.
I know what we can do. Let's go out to dinner. My treat.
What about breakfast and lunch? Look, I'm calling the kennel.
Hard name to forget.
Oh, I know what you mean. The Wigglers were a very revered family.
Yeah, until the scandal.
Oh, it was just terrible. The Navy came to town to take bids for a big submarine contract. They said they wanted 3 submarines built for around $1 million. Well, Phineas said he could... Olaf, even the birds do it that way when they migrate.
I don't believe this.
Could be worse. We could be going to Beaver Falls.
Beaver Falls? That's my stop.
Why?
You see, the guy that was moaning and screaming and groaning in agony was the parking attendant. He was coming after me because I forgot to pick up my keys. But I'm not afraid anymore. I know that when it comes right down to it, I can take care of myself.
Oh, honey, I always knew you could. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Dorothy.
Milton.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Milton.
Rose, listen to us.
Rose, we're the ones who wrote those letters.
What? We were just trying to cheer you up, honey.
Oh, honey, and we couldn't find the right moment to tell you about it. Oh, honey, we're so sorry.
Oh.
Why couldn't you bury him in a suit?
Because this is what he wanted. You know, it hasn't been easy for me, Sophia. It hasn't been easy.
Oh. Ladies, I'd like to get started with the service soon.
Father Salerno, Angela was worried.
Originally it was to keep the Visigoths away, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Am I convincing?
As what, ye old town slut?
Did in him. Offering to make him dinner just made you look too easy.
Please, black underwear and pasties couldn't make me look easy.
Oh, Barbara,
Hello.
please, come in.
Oh, hello.
These are my friends. That's Blanche.
And I bet you liked showing it to him.
Well, we have a place. Now all we need is a caterer.
I have one dropping by this afternoon.
Blanche, did you hire the band?
Rose is supposed to do that.
Well, I warn you, we may end up with a Hans Geflugenhaben yodeling quartet.
That's not true.
I mean, girls, come on. The Kimmel is a dying man. Do we really want to profit from his misfortune? Yeah.
It would be immoral.
We'd hate ourselves.
What time's the auction?
8 o'clock.
We better get there by 7.
First day of school. Mr. Gordon is coming over.
Mother, just stop that. Mr. Gordon is probably over 70 by now. He's practically ancient.
70 is ancient? If I met a man that age who looked halfway decent, I'd be on my back before you could say I've fallen and I can't get up.
You hook these things to your muscles, they give out an electric charge and help get rid of unwanted fat deposits.
Does it come in a hat?
Where's Blanche?
Oh, she's out on a date with Simon. It's her first time out, so... Can I give her my blessing? She has hated that man for 40 years, and now suddenly, after a 3-day weekend, she decides to get married. I cannot believe that someone can fall in love that quickly.
My Charlie asked me to marry him 10 minutes after we met. Of course, we were only 7 at the time. My mother was so cute.
Oh, Eddie, I want you so bad.
Dorothy.
I can't help it. He looks so cute in that little suit.
Is something wrong, Dorothy?
Yes, Eddie, there is something wrong. Eddie, we have to... Eddie, stop doing that with your lip.
Doing what?
That sexy, quivering thing in the corner of... Cut off his sex.
You mean it grows back?
Yes, Rose.
Morning.
Good morning, Rebecca.
I got up early and did some research. There's a sperm bank not far from here.
How convenient.
No kidding. Do they have a drive-up?
Really, really careful.
Dorothy Stan's here to see you.
Hi, everybody. Sorry to barge in on your meal.
Oh, it's all right, Stanley. Would you like some spaghetti? It's really delicious.
Did you make it?
No.
I'd love some.
Okay. First, I start to yawn a little. Then I put my hands up over my head like
Oh,
this.
Blanche, I know that one. You end up with your arm around me.
Yeah, but that's just the first part. Did you know that if you blow right on the tip of a man's earlobe...
Well, don't look at me.
Rose, you made the reservation.
I know. I just don't want you looking at me.
Well, look, I'm terribly sorry about the mix-up, but this is not for us. We'd like to leave.
I'm afraid you're with us for the night, ladies. The bus doesn't leave down the mountain till tomorrow morning.
Ladies, may I show you to your room?
Just...
I want to tell you something. I've never weighed more than 100 pounds on any day of my adult life. And because you're my friend, I want you to sit down, and I'll share with you that secret.
Tell me, Sophia.
I was born that way. I could eat anything and never get fat. Did anyone ever tell...
Mom, dinner was delicious.
Oh, it certainly was. You must have spent all day in that kitchen.
Oh, no, it's a simple recipe. You just take some mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables and ground lamb and throw them all together. Where we come from, it's called shepherd's pie.
Where I come from, it's called garbage.
That's right. And then one day, Stanley's going to be out of your life completely.
Not completely. There'll always be a little part of him that stays with me.
Of course, Dorothy, after 38 years, there are always bound to be some memories that stay with you.
I wasn't talking about memories.
The portion.
What didn't you declare, Blanche?
You.
Me?
And Rose and Sophia. I think over the past 5 years, I might have forgotten to mention that y'all are living here with me and paying rent.
We just slipped your mind?
Well, of course not, darling, but you know I think of you girls as family.
Coming.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I come in?
There might be a waterfall in that rock formation. You were right. There is a waterfall, and it empties into a pool. in the lobby of the Hyatt Regency.
We never left the island. We just got shipwrecked on the good side.
Our new hotel's a half a mile in this direction. Come on, we reserved your room.
Okay.
Rick, put out the fire.
What story I know?
I'll just be a minute. Oh, Lucy, you're home.
And Blanche, what are you doing up?
Oh, I was waiting up to talk to you, honey. I guess I dozed off.
And then Daddy'd tell us a story and tuck us into our feather
Who
bed.
was your father, Rose? Michael Landon?
Can I help it if I came from a happy family? Well, we had our share of problems. Believe me, we had some. You're a slut.
Oh, come on. Honey, slut is a little harsh. I mean, Blanche isn't that bad.
Oh, my God. I can barely walk.
Although slut does have a documentary feel to it.
You. I could have lost my balance and chipped a tooth.
You think that's annoying? She came into my room last night when I was reenacting the gangplank scene from Peter Pan.
What the? She took that playwriting course.
She turned Mary Had a Little Lamb into a musical.
Don't laugh. Blanche was terrific as Mary. And I made a pretty good lamb, even though my knees were killing me for weeks. And Dorothy's performance stole the show.
Come on, I mean, how could you not with material like that?
That's nice. So you spent the evening at dinner.
No, we spent dinner at dinner. We spent the evening at a motel.
A motel, Dorothy. A cheap, tawdry, bare-bulb den of iniquity.
We didn't drive to Sodom and
grief.
I think so. But you know what would make me feel even better than this?
What?
A kiss. A New Year's Eve kiss.
Oh, I don't know.
In memory of my late wife.
When you put it that way,
What am I gonna do? Just calm down. I'll show you an old Sicilian trick. This is how I grew up poor and managed to eat in the best restaurants in all of Italy. Watch. Look, learn. It's awful. Swill. Pearl body locked together in a frenzy of love.
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche. It's her letter.
This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
how are you going to explain this open letter?
If you're both going, I'm going too. I have just as much chance of winning as you do.
You have done some good work, Dorothy. But not enough people like you. Sorry.
Bob, what do you think? Do I have a chance of winning?
Absolutely. As long as...
He scared me to death.
Oh, me too.
He scared me too. But you want to know something? It could be worse. I mean, we could each be alone. At least we're together. We have each other.
Superhero code, he'd never drop a girl.
Well, I'm glad the publicity stunt worked, and I could not be happier that you got your job back.
Freddie will be here any second. We've got a lot to celebrate.
Yes, I'm still Mr. Terrific, and he's still Mr. Policeman.
I cannot sleep.
Gyrating my pelvis. I am not interested.
And the world heaves a collective sigh of relief.
Rose, how about you? You want to learn dirty dancing?
I don't know. For some odd reason, dirty dancing always sounds dirty.
Come on.
No, and a box of Milano cookies to take home to your wife. A fact. Use it as you wish.
Anyway, it was love at first sight. And nobody in town could believe that this man, who had lived for 52 years with his mother, would fall head over heels in love with the town queen. Watch, but there's nothing we can do. It's her daughter. It's her choice. It's like something that happened back in St. Olaf.
Oh, Rose, stop. Rose, why is it when any one of us makes an observation, the first thing we hear from you is back in St. Olaf? Did it ever occur to you that we might be sick and tired of hearing back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf? Any more of this?
Hi. Wrong button. That's fast forward.
Oh, my. What are they doing?
I know what they're doing, but I never saw anybody do it at that speed.
It reminds me of my Uncle Ricky's rabbit phone.
Would have turned around and smiled.
Listen, Blanche, ruining a man's career for a one-night stand is hardly something to make light of.
Oh, now, wait a minute. You girls don't believe this. Well, I mean, I'm not denying that's me in the photograph, but I am denying that anything happened. I just dropped off his folder.
Then...
Sorry. Okay, I got it. My Uncle Carlo always used to say, honesty is the best policy. Of course, Uncle Carlo died a penniless drunk.
I don't understand.
The point is, if you're honest every second of it.
You kept Phil in this room because it was the warmest room. And I guess I was a little starved for attention because I remember.
Oh, Salvador. Isn't he beautiful?
A piece of art. But what do you have him in Dorothy's hand-me-downs for?
So he wears girls' clothes for a while. What's it
Worry about anything else.
Okay. Well, I'm off.
Totally.
And now your mother would like to talk to you.
Dorothy, you're making my brother live like a peasant. He has no closet space.
Uncle Angelo, you moved in with one suitcase. What do you need with more closets?
I don't like to talk about my brother's personal life. But a man brings a woman home. How was he supposed to play a decent game of hide and go seek?
Do we have any orange juice left?
No, we're all out.
Yeah, clear picture on that. However, I do know that Jackie O will tie the knot again
Oh,
with...
thank you very much, Miss Dixon. Enjoy the wedding.
Rose, what's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused, Jonathan. You see, do you mind that we...
It says touch my leg.
That's in case they missed the tattoo that says the same thing.
Boy, my mother would kill me if I ever did that. She never wanted me to shave at all. By the time I got to high school, the kids had made up this really mean nickname.
She's right. You know what you do for a bad neck? You get into bed and lie perfectly still and wait until it's over. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not a bad neck. That's bad sex.
Hi, Mom.
Michael, I can't believe it. Oh, honey.
All right, quiet down. Order in the courtroom. Do you have any more witnesses, Mr. Peterson?
No, Your Honor. New robe?
No, why?
Looks great.
Thank you, Counselor. Well, if there aren't...
He is gorgeous, isn't he, girl? There's not a woman at the museum who hasn't been after him from the day he arrived.
Oh, women can be so silly. They think because you are an artist, you must also be a great lover. They think because you are...
Come on, Sophia, join us.
Yeah, Ma, you can't sit there waiting for a call forever.
Who's waiting for a call? Hello? Hello? That was him. I could hear him breathing.
Just run dry. That's a metaphor, Dorothy.
Look, Why is it so important that I go to this masquerade ball?
Because it's so important to Rose. Just look at her, Dorothy. She's crushed, torn up, devastated by your shocking insensitivity to her feelings.
Don't you feel a little sentimental?
No.
Come on, what do you say we take a drive out there and take one last look at it?
Oh, 2 hours in a car with my ex-husband looking at a piece of swampland that I don't even own anymore. Oh, Stan, you really know how to show a girl a good time.
She left.
Friends. And then when I turned 16, it seemed like everything changed overnight. I shot up and out, the braces came off. And finally, the boys started to notice me. And it was nice to be noticed, to be liked.
Oh, baby. Honey, you've been trying so...
What would Mrs. Claus say?
Not to mention Mrs. Kleckner.
Who was that?
He's a Santa Claus.
You're kidding. I thought it was Fidel Castro. I meant, what was he doing here?
Blanche picked him up at the mall.
Well, I can't help it. There's something about a man in a Santa Claus like this.
Don't be silly. I'm enjoying every minute.
Every hour.
I can't believe the buses are so late. I suppose I should call the kids again. Are you sure you shouldn't call your daughter? Mother's Day isn't until tomorrow. She knows I'll be there.
Company, come here, you.
Aurora just got up, so you may not be able to put her down for a nap this afternoon.
Oh, that's all right. I enjoy it when she's awake.
Mother, this is so unlike you. You've never really liked babies.
Rebecca, go home. You are interfering in mine, the baby's bonding time.
Just terrible about this whole situation. That's why I did all those things to him.
It was you all along.
Except for the boil. That was just luck.
Gladys, we've got to go. Listen, ladies, if there's anything that I can do for you to...
Good night.
Ma, I am not gay. I just wanted to get your reaction.
I'll tell you the truth, Dorothy. If one of my kids was gay, I wouldn't love him one bit less. I would wish him all the happiness in the world.
It's because you're the greatest mother in the world. And Dad, don't forget Dad.
I'm going down to that newspaper this minute. Not only am I going to get Chugga fired, if I hurry, I can get him to print a retraction in this afternoon's edition. 68.
And Dad.
What are people gonna think?
They'll think it's time to elect a new town's dress.
I am not taking mine back.
I am not taking mine back.
Girls, I really need to talk to
Dorothy,
you.
this is crazy. Since when do you care how you look?
I think it started when I came down from the bell tower and had my hump fixed.
Okay, Bernice and I had been separated emotionally for years when I met Dorothy, and right or wrong, I've never been anything but grateful that that happened. What else you want to know about me?
Sophia, I think it's time you stopped subjecting this nice man to the third degree.
He died visiting. That's what you tell her.
Visiting.
Right.
Visiting. That's good. I just can't believe he's dead. I don't think she's home.
It rang once. Look about.
Oh, that's my favorite lie.
Dorothy, you'll be sorry.
Oh, Ma, come on. We liked each other. He's a funny, warm, giving man. He made me laugh. I am seeing him.
All right, go ahead. Meet your adulterer. But remember, you were brought up a lady. Keep both your feet on the floor.
Business partners. That's the extent of it. You understand?
Okay, I give up. Business partners, I understand. Can we shake on it? I need you, Dorothy. I want you. Without you, I'm nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing.
Stan, as much of a turn-on as this is, get off the floor.
I belong.
Made that the theme of the party. We all dressed as Vikings with helmets and spears. And we all crowded into her little room up over the barn. And she walked in and lit a candle. And we yelled, "Surprise!" And she dropped dead right there.
Me out of my misery if something tragic happens. Like I get a fatal illness or I've lost my looks.
Tell us when, Blanche. Ma, I forbid you to do this.
Dorothy, sometimes you forget. I'm the mother here.
That has nothing to do.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, nothing,
Sit down.
nothing. I'm all right. I'm fine.
No, you are not, and I'm tired of watching you suffer. That's what Daddy said to our horse, old Toby, when he broke his leg. Then he shot him. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll tell them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Bye.
What'd he say?
He said he was in total agreement that it was a miscarriage of justice and we deserved the money.
Oh, that's great.
He also told me that I called his Chinese restaurant instead of the...
Mind.
I'll tell you what's on your mind. You hate yourself.
I do not.
My mistake. I've only known you since the day you were born.
Look, I've heard enough, Ma. I'm leaving now to meet Glenn and have a perfectly marvelous time.
I hope he's taking you bowling.
Bowling?
Yeah, you could rent shoes there.
Say, Tuck.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Well, that's good. It'll keep you on your toes. Too bad there won't be anything underneath them. Okay, we take off in 5 minutes.
Are you excited?
Dumbstruck.
Oh, I know that feeling. Buried him.
I mean, what did you do the next day when you had to start putting your life together?
I couldn't do it. I'd been a housewife for 32 years. I totally depended on Charlie.
Yeah, but the point is, eventually you did what you had to do. You took care of yourself. Sweetheart, you're now... It's more than life itself. One day, he decides to try somebody else's cupcakes. For lack of a better example, let's say my cupcakes. And I, in a mad, passionate moment, forget myself and let... Blanche, you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine.
I was just checking.
Would you sit with me for a minute?
Sure, Blanche. Well, you were doing a lot of talking in your sleep.
Someone?
Oh, not now. I want to sleep.
No, Rose, listen. Dorothy's so upset with me, and I don't blame her after all those things I said. You know, I just don't see how I'll ever face her again. Rose, listen, listen. Am I a terrible person?
I don't know. Who are you? Well, that's great. Now I won't be able to refill the prescription till tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a holiday. Pharmacy's closed.
Maybe I have another bottle in my room.
I can't understand how you could forget to tell Rose about that accident.
Forgive me, my memory's not as good as it used to be. Nothing on me is as good as it used to be.
Morning, girls. I didn't sleep a wink last night worrying about Blanche and Sven.
Rose, this is between the two of them.
No, it isn't. I'm supposed to get Sven on a plane today. That's why I called Big Sven early this morning to ask him what to do. I knew he'd be up. He gets up with the cows.
Here. Thanks, Mom.
I don't believe I did this, and I hate his name. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna be Dorothy's Bornak.
Come on, pussycat, look on the bright side. At least he's got a full head of hair.
You deserved it before going back to that high-tension dog-eat-dog pressure pit you work in.
Blanche, I run a miniature golf course.
Your champagne, Miss Devereaux?
Oh, thank you, Walter. Sure. You will forgive me if this champagne has a little effect on me. Sometimes just having it sitting on the table sets my heart.
Come on, get some rest. Tomorrow's a big day.
Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. Oh, boy.
Goodbye, my girls.
Long time. Until now.
Wait till he brings the pants.
You're joking.
Do not have a date.
So what? I don't have a date either.
What's your point?
So, what do you want to do tonight?
I guess we could be constructive and clean our closets.
We could go to a movie.
You didn't come in here to apologize. Why don't you leave?
Why should I apologize?
I'll tell you why. Because you're nothing but a backstabbing Judas in sensible shoes.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what you are? You're a 2-lira tramp with cheap bridge work.
May you put your dentures in upside down and chew your head off.
I'm responsible for all the decisions I made in my life, and if my life didn't turn out perfectly, well, whose has?
Marianne Mobley comes to mind. I mean, she gets to sleep with Gary Collins every night. Every night.
No, what I'm trying to say is we all make the best decisions we can make. May I help you?
Yes. Does the mean-looking white woman I just passed live here?
Oh, no.
Oh. Then I come to apply for the housekeeping position.
Please, please, come right in.
Thank you. I'm Marguerite Brown.
Oh, I'm Dorothy.
72.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. How much does he weigh now, Ma?
68.
Sorry, Coach Rose, I tried.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you said to take...
He still regrets half a century later. His conclusion, life without risk is no life at all.
Sophia, tell Vincenzo that's a wonderful story. Tell him he helped me make the most important decision of my life. I'm gonna call Al and tell him I'll sell dry cleaners.
Please shut up.
How about if I make a pot of coffee while we're waiting?
Oh, great. Good idea. Thanks, Blanche.
Rose.
Oh, I'll come help.
What if I died, Dorothy?
Ma, you're not going to die. Now, look, I don't want you to talk. We moved to a new neighborhood. I was mad because he always made new friends more easily than I did. And I'm mad today because I never wanted to give the eulogy at my kid brother's funeral. I'm mad because he died.
Dorothy, I may be a lot of things, but naive is not one of them. Face it, your friend Jean is seeing a married man.
Blanche, that is absolutely uncanny.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Oh, and you certainly do have a pretty place here.
Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't love it?
Well, bye-bye, Rose.
Bye. Hello.
Front door.
Hello, front door. Did two... Excuse me, you made a mistake. Those peaches aren't 59 cents a pound. They're 89 cents. Honesty is the best policy.
What are you trying to do, Rose? Qualify for some kind of scout badge?
Well, I can't help it if I'm an honest person. Obviously something you don't know anything about.
What are you talking about?
When you bought panties...
You are my best friend. Just like I'm your best friend.
Best friend? Please, you aren't even my favorite child. When you were 13, there were neighbor children I liked better. Best friend. How about picking up a tab once in a while, pal of mine? Well,
Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, does Dorothy get the job or not?
Oh, sure, I don't care.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Allen. I hope I can live up to your expectations.
It's high school?
Try 70.
I'll be the oldest mother. What I always loved about my children was everybody thought I was their sister. My body will never come back from this one.
It barely came back from the last one.
This is too depressing. I'm going back to bed.
Baby. She's...
What'd he say?
He said that since Emily's parents left her in our care, we do have two options. We can either wait for the Children's Protective Services to contact us, which should take about 48 hours, or we can take her in.
Take her in? Where?
Around the inseam, Rose. To the police!
All right, Dorothy, now try this dressing and tell me what you think. It's called Creamy Zesty Italian. Only has 1 calorie.
If you ran it under the faucet, it would have more flavor. Honey, beware of anyone who says no calories, absolutely no charge.
Hey, go to Neiman Marcus sometime, see if they treat you any better. How we doing?
Honey, I don't think we've sold a thing.
I don't get it.
I'll give you $1 for these Elvis Presley salt and pepper shakers.
$1? I will have you know the day I bought these salt and pepper shakers at the Graceland gift shop, I'm living with these two pigs. At first, moving in with them seemed like a good way to save money, but it's just getting out of hand. If one isn't keeping me awake all night with her squealing, the other one is belching in my face. Stretching this body for years.
Blanche, sticking your feet out of the sunroof of a Chrysler New Yorker doesn't count.
We have a beginner's class starting in 15 minutes. With some hard work, your body can look as good as mine. All right, we've been...
72.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. How much does he weigh now, Ma?
68.
Sorry, Coach Rose, I tried.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you said to take...
Blanche, this is no laughing matter. How can you take this kind of abuse?
Abuse? I'll have you know he has never raised a hand to me.
Verbal abuse, Blanche.
He talks like that all the time. I just don't pay any attention.
Blanche, you're making excuses for him.
Look, can we continue this conversation later?
What'd you tell him? I told him he should have dinner waiting for me. Not that I'm such a big fan of squirrel gumbo.
Ma, how do you expect to live together in the same house? You haven't even gotten there yet, and already you're fighting with him.
What? This is Little House on the Prairie? We're at each other's throats all the time. There were more fights here than at Caesar's Palace.
I ran off with a gas station attendant twice my age to get married in Mexico. When I was 17, I hitchhiked to New York, and for 2 months I was a rockette under an assumed name.
Tyler's Landing kind of pales in comparison.
I stand corrected. How did you...
I want you both to get an idea of what it's like for all the people that you collect rent from. So I'm going to sentence both of you to live in apartment 3C in this building until such time as it is brought up to code.
Wait a minute, you want me to live with him in the same apartment?
That's right.
Attractive Rose is. How much fun Rose is. I might as well have worn a bra.
Did he really say that? You're not just making that up.
I never make up stories where I come out looking bad. He also said he's going...
Authorized Elvis fan club. I'll try to pick up the pieces and go on with my life. I mean, there must be a support group for people like me.
We're sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws...
This one.
You're a college professor?
Well, what did you think I meant when I said I taught Hemingway?
I thought you were old.
I want you to meet some people, Rose. Gail, Lillian. It's my friend Rose. How do you do?
Hello. Miles. We may not agree with the fishermen, but we want this demonstration to be peaceful. In the tradition of, you know, the short, bald Indian fellow with the glasses and the diaper. You know, the one who didn't eat and won an Oscar. You've got a career, you're attractive. Why do you always have to act like such a jackass?
Maybe I just never learned to be the great person my big sister was.
Oh, Holly.
It's true, Rose. You always had the friends. I didn't. You had boyfriends, girlfriends. You were friends with everyone.
We'll still be friends, can't we?
Of course we can. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, well, so am I. You look lovely tonight.
I look like the mother of a solid gold dancer.
Thing takes an interest in you.
Hell yes. But there's another reason. Blanche,
When you spend 6 months watching the person you love more than anybody else in the world slowly die, you wonder if you'll ever love again. After that, believe me.
Just give me the gift.
Rose, open your eyes.
Oh my God, it's a dog! Oh, you gave me a dog!
Yeah, we picked him out down at the shelter. His name is Jake.
Oh, he's a dog!
As you've said the same thing to me just that way ever since I was in the 3rd grade. That's sweet.
It's not sweet. It's pathetic. 52 years and you never stopped off anywhere. Get a life. So did you teach anybody anything today?
Well, I tried, but it seems...
Every night when Rose would go to bed, she'd take the 3 elephants with her because they made her feel so safe and secure.
Elephant dolls!
Right, elephant dolls. Until finally one night they got so sick and tired of Rose annoying them that they went off to sleep someplace else. And 2 big old escaped convicts snuck in through the window and murdered Rose in her sleep.
Fear, can't we talk?
Don't even say my name. I reached out for you. If you didn't love me, how the hell could you make love to me? I never want to see or hear from you again. First day of school, Mr. Gordon is coming over.
Mother, just stop that. Mr. Gordon is probably over 70 by now. He's practically ancient.
70 is ancient? If I met a man that age who looked halfway decent, I'd be on my back before you could say I've fallen and I can't get up.
I thought that's what was bothering me, but Ken, if I loved you, I'd follow you anywhere. I'm sorry.
I see.
I think we were both trying too hard to make this work, you on your terms, me on mine, but I know that I am not prepared to give up my life.
Right. It's steady work. They supply the uniform and you're married to God. At least he's home every night.
Dorothy, maybe it's time you reconsidered working at the museum with me.
Honey, come on, we've had that conversation. The only thing I know about museums is that you shouldn't eat the prejudice that we actually felt that way.
You bought into it, didn't you? Hey, I didn't invent Kid Pepe. I just conformed to your image of a simple-minded Hispanic fighter. Well, I am a Cuban. But hath not a Cuban eyes? Hath not a Cuban hands, organs, dimensions, senses, a...
Angelo, they're all grown up.
Ah, nice.
Kate is an interior decorator in New York, and Michael is a very successful musician.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed Michael didn't want to go in the novelty business with me.
Yes, it was a crushing blow when he decided to join the Boston Philharmonic instead of selling rubber dog poop door to door. Where's Ma?
Down here, paralyzed.
What? Sophia! Honey? Oh, dear.
Ma, I insist on taking you back to the hospital.
I don't want a man.
How'd it go, Dorothy?
Awful. When I told everyone at the club that Bob Hope wasn't going to be in the show, they actually booed me.
Oh.
I've never been...
They laugh, they sing, they slam down a few Boilermakers. Shortly afterwards, he's arrested for showing her how he can hold his palate without using his hands. But I digress. He
Shut up and drink.
This is the 4th one, Ma. That's a lot of whiskey.
I only put whiskey in the first one, then we ran out.
Oh.
The second and third were vodka.
No wonder my head is spinning.
This one's part amaretto, part sambuca. That should kill everything.
And almost got my balance. And I only dropped my baton 4 times. And when I was finished, I was unanimously voted captain of the cheerleading squad.
Blanche, how was that possible?
Underneath my regulation uniform, I was wearing little black French lace panties. Bearing the...
Hopefully what we all find when we look in others' eyes.
Please, I have haven't been able to find those since I nursed your brother Phil. But I did find the tickets to the game show.
Sophia! You're kidding!
Oh, I forgot. I put them there for safekeeping.
Oh, Ma. Ma, I thought you were supposed to be taking it easy.
When I feel bad, I have to take my mind off it. There's only one thing that does that for me.
Cooking a big meal.
No, making love in a closet. But hey, you do what you can.
Hi, we're back. We helped Stan pick out a ring for Catherine. I feel terrible.
In this country, you can get divorced. In Sicily, there was no divorce. If you wanted to end a marriage, you had to resort to the lupara.
Is that some kind of legal loophole?
It's some kind of sawed-off shotgun.
Blanche, did he leave a number?
No. Dorothy, dropping him was the smartest thing you ever did.
What are you going to do if he calls again?
Don't talk to him.
Oh, why not? Around the set.
Come on, honey. We don't want to keep our dates waiting.
Wait, Blanche, honey, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, no, I never wear underwear.
I mean my jewelry.
Oh, forget it. Why paint the peacock?
Your sister...
Pleasure to be here.
Raoul doesn't speak much English.
Ma, where did you beat him?
He owns a flower shop next to the dog track. I won big yesterday, so I figured I'd treat myself and rent him a tuxedo. Yeah, having fun, Raoul?
It's a pleasure to be here.
He kills me. Oh, look, it's a letter from my friends, Philomena and Dominic Bosco back in Sicily.
Oh.
They're visiting Miami and they're bringing their daughter, Gina.
Who are they?
Oh, well, Gina and I were born within minutes of each other at the same hospital in Brooklyn. That's when Ma became friendly with Philomena, before the family moved back to Sicily.
Will the Boscos be...
Honey, Michael, I thought you were touring with that band.
Great news, Ma. I quit.
You quit? You just got the job 2 weeks ago.
I know, but I feel like I'm in a rut.
Michael, how are you going to support your wife?
Oh, more good news. Lorraine and I separated.
What do you mean?
I think he means that he and Lorraine...
A tip on a giraffe in a 6 race.
Pop sure taught me a lot about sibling rivalry that day. When we got home, I went right over to the baby and said, "I love you, Phil." Now, wait. I wrote it on him.
Poor hungry people in the neighborhood, and I've volunteered to go down and help serve. That'll do the trick for me.
Okay, then let's do it. Come on. Now, look. Remember, you only buy for the person whose name you pick. And it doesn't matter who picks you because it's bound to be a terrific gift. Go ahead, Blanche.
Oh, okay. Okay, I buy...
Now, right now.
Look, Ma, it's important to be accurate. Now, look at the box.
Hey, Pussycat, it says here from ages 8 to 80. I'm out.
Come on, Ma.
Hi, Dorothy. Sophia?
You kids have fun tonight?
Oh, did we ever? There's this...
To them. Fine, but I'll need an answer. I'm not going to wait for you forever.
Rose, honey, you feeling better?
Oh, I'm still so ashamed.
Oh, Rose, nobody's gonna remember you even making that scene. When we left, everybody was still talking about Dorothy leading that busboy conga line.
Back for one good ticket way up front.
Well, Ma, what about me?
I thought about that. This is the plan. We'll get one of those really long overcoats. I'll stand on your shoulders and...
And what? Blend in with the circus folk?
Dorothy, I need to get close to the Pope so I can ask him to come and bless my friend Agnes in the hospital.
Oh. Best, I worked, I slept. For fun, I ate onion sandwiches. Then, one day, my daughter sat me down. She said, "Mom would hate what you're doing." She would say, "Arnie, who are you saving yourself for? I'm dead. And I'm not in heaven if I have to worry about..."
And a pinch of red pepper.
That's not a pinch.
Did you ever get pinched by an Italian? It takes about 5 minutes.
Hi.
What are you doing up? You have school tomorrow.
Oh, I'm just too smart for my own good. I feel as trapped and...
For Dorothy.
Oh, yes.
Boy, Blanche, I didn't realize you were such a big spender.
Go ahead, Dorothy, you go.
Okay, I buy for...
Thank you, players. I've seen all I need to. Miss Bornak, that was an impressive body of knowledge.
It was, wasn't it? Listen, I hope there are no hard feelings. Watch me if you're at home.
Well, that concludes our run-through. We'll be giving some of you directions to the studio. Those of you who do not receive a flyer, thank you for playing the game.
Far and wide, and never lose heart, for I know one day my prince will come.
Now, what was that supposed to mean?
I wasn't paying close attention, but from what I could make of it, she's gonna sleep with that little black guy prince.
Mediocre.
I understand Marilyn Quayle feels the same way.
So she asked her fairy godmother to grant Tunder the ability to perform incredible feats of magic, and her wish was granted.
All right, Ma. You'll get your present right now. I give up. You win. You always win.
I know, me and Mighty Mouse. All right, everybody, gather round. My daughter is about to give me my big birthday surprise.
I just want to say happy birthday to my mother, whom I love. You deserve to win.
But you lied. Oh, I'm not going through with this. I can't go back to my hometown and do something that's against everything I stand for. I'm going to call St. Olaf and tell them we're not coming. Driver, you stop at the first phone. I see. Well, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Emily's mom.
The walkathon people. Everybody's left the staging area. There's no sign of Emily's parents.
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think we might have to start thinking about... That's right. Well, it's true. Now, I learned that during my sorority years when I was dating Mr. Preston Bougainvillea. Lord, the teasing that boy put up with.
Because of his name.
No, because of his ears. He had these long, floppy ears. Kind of like a bat.
Wait, this is exciting. Just think in less than 24 hours, Gil Kessler could be city councilman.
Now, I'd love to get excited, Rose, but no matter what happens, I'm going to get stuck cleaning out that peeing angel punch bowl. How you doing up there, Ma?
Fine. Sophia, why don't you want to sit back here with us, honey?
Because after 3 days on the road with you guys, this jackass smells better.
Thank you.
Look at that beautiful sky. That's one of the most wonderful things about being here.
There's a point, Blanche.
It was back in 1955, and we had just moved into our first house right next door to Pigpen Johansson. That wasn't his real name. That was a nickname.
Pigpen.
No, Johansson. Anyway.
Cold. Frigid. Hardly likes men at all.
And she's ugly, isn't she?
Ugly is a pretty strong word, Rose.
And wrinkled, isn't she?
She is not wrinkled.
And fat.
Stop that!
Sent home for fighting over who had the cutest date for the prom.
I never got to go to the prom.
You're kidding? Why?
Well, I really wanted to go with Delbert Twitchell. He was the most gorgeous boy at our school. And he was captain of the Precision Combine drill team. Well, actually, I was so sure.
Tell you until you're 60, but I think you can handle it now. We lived in New York at the time, and there was the San Gennaro Festival every year. And your father, may he rest in peace until I get there, got so turned on by the festivities one year, he couldn't wait till we got home.
Two. Anyway, when Harry really got lazy, Dad had to bring in Mr. Hoffenheisen to spread the seed. He did it in the most unusual way. He'd put on this really long rubber glove.
Like a lightning bug, I put you in a glass jar, and waiting for you to light up, I nearly suffocated you.
Geez, Dorothy, you sure know how to beat a metaphor to death.
Ma, I love you.
I love you too, pussycat. Just promise me you'll never...
Oh, Sophia, that smells heavenly. Is it Chef Boyardee?
Stick it in my heart, Rose. It'll hurt less.
Oh, girls, I cannot believe how extravagant I've been. It cost too much money, but when I saw it in the window, I had to have it.
What?
Look at this.
And let's just lie down on the bed and watch television.
Hi.
Did you do it?
Yeah. And? I'm going to become a nun. On the kiss of death. It's the second time a man has died in my bed. The second time? Dorothy knows.
Charlie, how to tie a square knot.
Well, I am glad somebody taught you how to do this.
I just love to watch you two kiss. The last picture was a little blurry. It was hard to tell who was who. No offense, Pussycat.
Pussycat, huh? Nobody's called me that since the...
Fine. At this point, I'll try anything.
I always thought it was the size of a man's feet that were a sign of virility.
Really? I always thought it was the number of newspapers piled up outside the motel room door.
Aunt Angela, please. No, we have to talk.
Horrible nets. You still think we were a failure?
You're right. I just wish we could save them all.
You want to do more? Fine, let's go back down to the dock.
Really?
Sure. I know a waterfront bar where a lot of foreign fishermen hang out.
Do you think they'd be...
Anyway, that's when I decided it's about time I fulfilled my lifelong dream to join those daring men who soar above the earth.
You want to be an astronaut?
Oh, no, I don't like to go to the bathroom in my suit. I want to be a traffic reporter. I want the name Isaac Newton to be remembered.
Life's a living hell. If I wasn't fighting for a warm blanket, I was fighting for food. If I wasn't fighting for food, I was fighting for the shuffleboard equipment. I just threw that in to see if you were paying attention. Anyway, the storm broke, and through the mist and the haze, I saw the beautiful lady.
To make it up to you,
Give me $100.
make it 50.
Done. I love you.
Lady.
Look at it like you're making love to it.
It might help if you give her a reference she's more familiar with.
Okay, this is a rehearsal. We're gonna run through it once, and then we'll do it for real. And go.
Guess what, Ma?